Candy, 19.
How cute do you guys think John's baby is going to be? Like on a scale of 1 to 11.
Jade rolls over and nuzzles herself into the crook of Dave's armpit, taking Karkat's hand with her so that it's slung over her stomach. Dave doesn't stop scrolling on his phone, lit from beneath by the Alternian mushrooms that flare up at night with a sick green bioluminescence, and from above by the soft glow of his social media accounts. I don't know. I still haven't come to terms with the fact that John's gonna be a dad.
You don't think he'll be a good one?
I didn't say that, but okay, since you asked. I mean, think about it. If you were gonna rank us in order of maturity based on all the years we've known each other, about where would you put John? Karkat, lazily munching on a chocolate beetle, taps his foot against the picnic blanket. Jade moves his hand so that it's resting subtly on the line of exposed skin above her skirt where the tank top is riding up. He seems not to notice. Instead, he's seriously considering Dave's question. He picks a leg off one of the beetles and flicks it over Jade so that it lands on Dave's forehead.
Below me, but above you.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's all married and pregnant, and he's got a mustache.
I'm still not over the fucking mustache.
Why not? He looks so good.
Yeah, he looks disturbingly good. I almost can't talk to him anymore, it looks so good.
Oh?
Jesus, Jade, don't fucking read into it. A bro can appreciate how attractive his bros become and maybe get a little breathless at the sight of his chiseled jawline and manly facial hair without being gay about it. I've just been thinking lately, every time I see him, that he's... Okay, don't make fun of me for saying this, but it's like... John's a man. Not a lowercase m man, but a fully grown-up, legit fucking dude with a leather briefcase and a suit that he only wears on special occasions.
Pretty fucked up.
I know, right? Jade pokes a finger into Dave's chin, sliding it up his jawline so that it puckers his mouth into a pout. It's a pretty cute thing to do, if extremely immature. This might be the point Dave was trying to make, that they're all still kind of immature. Jade doesn't pick up on the obvious subtext in the conversation, however, because she's been willfully undermining the subtext in her own personal life for nearly a year now.
Well, I've actually been thinking lately about how since Rose and Kanaya had a kid, and Jane and Jake had a kid, and John and Roxy are gonna have a kid, what would you think if maybe we had kids?
What? Who, you and Dave?
Karkat starts laughing. Jade flicks him in the forehead.
No, stupid, all 3 of us. What? Look, I know there are issues to sort out in terms of, feasibility, but I think there are a lot of options to consider. Maybe someone can help us out. Like, someone we know? Or, I don't know, what about adoption? That could be cute, adopting a little grub. Aww. Or a human, whatever, I'm not picky.
Is fucking right. Jade, don't you read the newspapers? The new administration is cracking down on certain kinds of interspecies adoption laws. If you're so intent on it being the 3 of us, we literally will not be able to adopt a human child because the human administration is afraid that I don't know, tear into it and feast on its organs. And in that kind of political climate, well, I'm not sure it's a world that I would want to raise a troll child in right now.
Joke's on them. I've never seen you tear into anything more complicated than a microwave dinner.
I know, right?
I mean, on the other hand, if we adopt a kid young enough, it would totally fit in the microwave.
What the fuck, Dave? I'm not gonna eat our theoretical baby.
Dave puts away his phone and rolls up so that he's braced on his elbow. He meets Karkat's gaze over the rise of Jade's chest and smiles at him. Yeah, dude, I know. You're probably like closet dad of the fucking year. Just waiting for his moment to shine. I bet you'd whine and complain about getting a kid till we actually brought Junior home. The moment you saw his chubby little cheeks, your face would light right up.
Oh, I can imagine the look on Karkat's face right now.
Yeah, you know exactly the one. Like how he looks when his Hot Pockets finish cooking in the microwave, which he understands is an instrument of food preparation, and not some sort of grim infant warming device.
Why did you have to bring it back to the microwave?
Oh, 'cause I had more jokes to make about the subject.
Of course. God forbid Jade and I are not forced to listen to every letter of your morbid internal dialogue.
Whatever, you love it. Anyway, on the baby in the microwave front,
God.
I'd be more worried about me being the one who'd do the deed, so to speak. I mean, it's not like I've got a great demonstrative background in child rearing or anything. Considering all the places I got left as a kid, I wouldn't be surprised if I just put our baby in the toaster by accident or something. Like, if you tally up the amount of hours I spent locked in the fridge compared to the amount of hours I spent in the American school system learning how to be normal and do polynomials, just saying, it looks dire. Dave's staring into the distance like a stopped clock. Or at the very least, like a dude who's been locked in the fridge more than once in his life. Jade and Karkat exchange a private look they've also given each other more than once in Dave's presence. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna stick to Hot Pockets, I think.
Dave, you really think you'd make that bad a father? Even with me and Karkat helping you?
Don't take this personally, but I'm an evidence-based hypothesis kind of guy, and so far 3-way relationships in our friend group attempting parenthood, the record ain't so looking so good. Just saying, a clown, a fascist, and a male sex icon walk into a bar sounds like the start of a bad but funny joke. But when it's the start of a family, that's when it gets a bit less funny to me. Poor little dude gonna be fucked up.
Oh, come on, Dave. Tavros is a cute kid.
Sure, he is now.
The moment cognitive function starts firing off in that kid's head, he's gonna be scarred for life.
We don't know that.
Jade, I know Jake's like your bestie, and also your grandfather, and also kind of your grandson. Oh, also your fucking dad, I guess, but his relationship is bad.
Hey, that's not necessarily true.
You're right. It's not fucking true. Dave's just being gentle here to spare your feelings. His relationship is not merely bad. His relationship is a flaming wreck of an interstellar warship hurtling towards the planet at terminal velocity with the entire crew brutally slaughtered upon re-entry, shoved straight down the chagrin tunnel, and then immediately shat out the other side, thus flooding the entire fucking neighborhood when it clogs up the load gaper.
Jade sits up and wraps her arms around her knees. Her ears go flat as she chews her lip.
It's not like I don't know that. John never shuts up about it. I mean, he and Jane used to be close back when we all first met, but last time I talked to John, he accused her of raping Jake.
Oh, shit.
You don't fucking say.
It's not like I don't worry about Jake, but come on! We're all adults! What am I supposed to do? Show up at his window dressed like the Blue Fairy and whisk him away from his terrible life? Maybe that would work for a few days, but one thing I learned from dating around a lot in my youth is that no one's going to leave a bad relationship until it's their idea to leave.
She takes in a shaky breath and shuts her eyes. Her hair spills around her face when she leans forward to put her chin on her knees. Dave and Karkat exchange a look that is equal parts confused, miserable, and desperate. Karkat's making a fist against the ground, digging up a handful of moss and getting dirt under his fingernails. Perhaps it's a metaphor, he wryly speculates, for the way Jade has just dug up the emotional dirt in their relationship. Dave clears his throat quietly. One of them could say something right now if they found the nerve, but as the moments slide by, nerve remains in short supply. Karkat opens his mouth, without quite having settled on the words that will come out of it. But before any do, the sky cracks open. Instead, he lets out an undignified yelp and scuttles back so he doesn't get hit by the sharp debris suddenly raining from above. Jade spins around and flings her arms out, using her space powers to catch the offensive rubble and shrink it into harmless granules. They spark and clash against her fingers. She can't quite tell what they are. They're not rocks or metal. They don't even seem to be physical. Something else comes hurtling out of the hole in the sky, too fast for Jade to catch. It hits the ground with a clap of green lightning. The collision sends a geyser of dirt, rock, and vapor into the air. Dave flash steps to shield Karkat. Jade doesn't move, taking the brunt of the explosion face on, using her abilities to warp the energy around her so that she's a mote at the center of the storm. When the dust clears, she's the first to jump in the crater, trailing smoke behind her. There's a body at the center of it. The torso is bloody, tangled, and curled into a fetal position. Its shoes are missing, but otherwise the outfit is quite familiar to her. It's a dead ringer for her old Witch of Space uniform. Jade touches the body with the toe of her shoe and then gasps when it rolls over to reveal its face.
It's me!
Karkat and Dave stick their heads over the edge of the pit. Holy shit.
What in the ever-living fuck?
Good question. I don't know, but we should probably get her some help.
Help? For what? It looks like her internal organs are obliterated. She's covered in more blood than I thought humans even had inside them.
Well, we can't just leave her in this fucking hole, man. Come on, give me a hand. Karkat watches as Jade stands over her own younger corpse. He notices the way her shoulders are slanted. It's clear even from a distance that she's shaking.
Jade? Do you have any idea what's going on here? What should we do about this?
Jade doesn't say anything. She's staring at the body, a badly broken version of herself, probably from a different timeline, she guesses. This Jade looks about 16 years old. Her hair is matted with blood. Her appearance is gruesome, yet also peaceful somehow. Dave slides down the ridge of the crater and grabs her by the shoulder. Hey Jade, you hear us? Jade wipes a hand across her cheek and looks down to find that it's come away bloody. One of those shrunken, massless shards from the sky must have nicked her in the face. Her eyes go wide and she feels the breath go out of her for a moment. She looks directly upward. Where did this body come from? Jade.
Yes, Dave, I heard you.
Still staring at the body, Jade digs her phone out of her pocket.
I need to talk to Jane.